Hello, welcome to my webinar of the Critical Thinker. Over this webinar, we will be going over critical thinking skills in the workplace. We'll be going over qualities of a good employee, and we will be going over SMART goals and the acronym and what it means. And I am Danisha DeVoe. Let's get started. So, using your critical thinking skills in the workplace can be a vital asset while making you a valuable employee. And right here I have listed down a few examples of how that could be. And I have using active listening, considering perspectives and evaluating maybe strategies, arguments, assessing them, even maybe problem solving them. So what makes a good employee? Besides critical thinking, right? All right. So what do employers look for in an employee? Right here, I have some qualities listed. I think this is more so what the internet thinks is a good employee. So let's just go through it together. Worth ethic, passion for learning, value for time, highly engaged, motivation, skills, responsibility, honesty, communication, initiative, reliability, curiosity. Again, these are just things that I think the internet thinks. And I think these are just like simple qualities that you would expect, a good employee to have, like the stereotypical kind of qualities. So. Now, right here, I wrote down personal things that I think potential good qualities of an employee, and maybe these are things that employers are looking for. Communication. I think communication is good in any relationship, whether it's a business relationship, professional, friendship. I think communication anywhere, even as a student, I think for you to be able to communicate where you're struggling or communicate things that you're passionate about, I mean, I really think these can open doors for you. So that's a great quality. I think positive attitudes, I think those are contagious. I think it's really great to come into work and you see that someone's happy to be there. I think that can be contagious, and I think it can create a really good environment. Attention to detail, motivation, dedication. I think those two qualities will really show in your work. And then I think leadership qualities, that way, when you show those, I think that gives you room to build, and I think that also lets you climb the ladder. And adaptability, I thought this was really important. Would be able to adapt in situations, around people, positions, all those things. I think those can make a really great employee. Now, these are qualities I think I have. You might see that they weren't on the list. I really had to dig in myself and see what I think I have. And I do think I'm able to problem solve. I think I'm one of those people that I don't like to dilly dally. I don't like to wallow. I don't like to sit there, and so I'm gonna find a resolution. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it work for me. And I think I have a good work ethic. I like to be proud of the things I turn in, and when I'm not proud of them, it really kind of gets me down. I think I have leadership qualities. I'm the type of person I like to get things done, and if I see they're not done, they're gonna get done. And I'm dependable. I'm one of those people that you can call on. So those are things I think I have, and I think those are things that I think employers would look for and that they would see in me. So next, I want to talk about SMART goals. Um, let's talk about what it is first. It's an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Spells out the word SMART. This is a method that turns basically vague goals into actionable goals. It was invented by George D. Tarwin in 1981. He wrote for a business management article. This is what he pushed out for one of his articles in 1981, and it's pretty popular. This is actually not my first time hearing it in a course. And I think it's a really great method. I think it really forces you to turn maybe motivations or ideas that you had in the back of your head, forces you to bring them to the front. I also think it really forces you to assess yourself and see where you want to be, where you are, and how you're going to get there. It makes you have to take actionable steps. I mean, it makes you have to really sit down and figure out how you're going to get yourself there. You can't just wish upon a star, right? So I have my own SMART goal, and it might not be the same as everybody else's, but I noticed this year with this, or this semester with this class, it really challenged me, and it really made me kind of get to think about myself and where I could be, even if I'm okay with where I'm at, where I could be and how I could be better, even if it was just with little things. So my SMART goal was over the next 3 months, when I'm facing an academic challenge, or I will first, I want to brainstorm some ideas. I want to list them in my journal slash planner, And then I'm going to select the best option, but then I'm going to track this progress in that journal planner. And this is going to help me reduce possible answers and lack of analysis. And by doing this, it'll help me finish my IDS degree with better grades and steady work that can help me build critical thinking skills that I can take with me to the workforce. So I did this Pacific goal this because it will help me use my critical thinking skills more by learning not to take things at face value, use more analysis and academics as well as reasoning when working through challenges. The ultimate goal here was to build my critical thinking skills in academic challenging. I chose 3 months because it aligned with the new semester and my new classes. So the thing was that this year I noticed that even little things like my citation wasn't that great. I noticed that with a couple of the assignments. My research could have been better. Even if I did the research, I didn't deep dive the research, and I was kind of disappointed in myself. I noticed that there was just a lot of things that were little, but they were building up that I felt like I could have did better. And I really want to work on that. And I want to be able to take that with me. And I also noticed that with a lot of these critical thinking skills that I'm building on, I'm going to be able to take them with me outside of school. I'm going to be able to take them with me outside of, even just the workplace. These are just skills that are good to have and that can really help you in other aspects of your life. And that's what I want to work on. And I really want to be proud of my degree. I don't want to just get my paper. I want to be able to say, wow, I really worked for this and I'm really taking more with me than just this paper. I don't want to just get my paper and just, I want to be able to say I'm a smarter person and I can really work through things better. So that's my goal. And that's my SMART goal. And I really hope that it aligns with me and I hope that I'm able to achieve it. So I want to thank everyone for spending this webinar with me, taking the time with me, and thank you so much.